loved it, and I knew a lot about it. And we did more research, but I don't know how valuable that really is, actually.
It's a big deal, though, because, I mean, the New York Times, it says here, it's described the show as perhaps the single most important piece of popular culture of the last 25 years. Wow. Now, that must actually put a hell of a lot of pressure on you as actors,
tell you where the New York Times is at.
Well, you came on last, and you're really on fire.
Brian, tonight.
Security code green. Get them down here. Maybe two standing by.
We've got a wild one here.
We've got a wild one here.
Excuse me, compared to the both of you, I'm very calm.
Okay. Security, step that up to code amber. She's starting to get at her hosts. Dive.
But it's a big deal. I mean, if you're suddenly going into second series, somebody help me here, lads.
Yeah. Joe, you feeling a lot of pressure? After that fantastic first series, when you went into the second series, was there big pressure? And that question goes again to the creator, David.
Yes, tremendous pressure. Because Ray Charles was before that 25 years. And
OK, do you know what? We're going to have a look at a clip from, I think it's the second series.
I wondered where the music
Which
came from.
you know, and someone here is going to boo a little bit. It's on in America at the moment, the second series. Is it still running, the second
yeah,
season?
there's only, I think, 3 more episodes to go.
OK, we don't get it over here till autumn.
Unless we can bribe someone to get us tapes.
And it is on Channel 4! Yay! And here's a clip of it now. I gather, even after you were cast as Tony, you were convinced that the producers would change their minds.
We still could.
Yeah.
That's very self-effacing.
Yeah, it is very self-effacing.
Yeah, he's right. They still could change their minds. Yeah.
They won't, though. I think. Do you know? I think the part's pretty safe, unless, of course, you get whacked out.
You just like.
Well, then I get some rest then.
Then you get some rest. That's nice to know. OK, now go on, Lisa. You go for the
You've all
question.
been in classic mafia films before, though. I know that Lorraine and Michael, you've been in Goodfellas.
Goodfellas.
Which I think is a blooming classic.
Spider.
And Dominic, of course, you were in The Godfather too, weren't you? How does that sort of compare with making Sopranos? Is there something you can draw on from there? I'm looking at you.
Yeah.
You're looking at me? Oh,
I
God.
see you, baby.
I have no clue. I don't know. Yeah, just, you know, it's for me, you know, because I play kind of not in this family. It was just a lot more fun in a way for me. It was still the genre of mafia, but I was like a part, so that was good for me. Next, Edie.
I was obviously looking through your names and trying to make sure I pronounced them correctly, which I hope I did a good job. Thank you very much.
Especially his. Especially mine.
Yeah, I spelt it out phonetically. I cheated there. I was going Chinesey. The thing is, I was wondering how you had to sort of, because you seem to have Italian surnames, so Italian Americans, and how so wary you were of kind of reinforcing some of those Italian American stereotypes that have been created by films like The Godfather. Because I noticed late on in about episode 8, suddenly
the dinner parties,
dinner parties start saying how Italian Americans, they're not this, and actually some very sort of they're great people who've built America. So how wary were you of that when you sort of started the whole endeavour? That first question to Lorraine. Sorry.
I never think about any of that stuff. I mean, if it's on, if you define something by what's on TV, then you're an idiot anyway. So I don't care what you think, you know, basically.
Yeah, fair dues, though, isn't it? I mean, ultimately, your aim is entertainment.
No. I mean, if you're watching something and you get a stereotype from that on TV, then that makes no sense to me. You know what I mean? It's just a show. It's just something. I never think about how it affects Italian Americans because I am one, so I don't worry about it. It just all made sense to me. So.
It's like Dallas didn't make us think that all Texans were kind of sleazy.
Well, that didn't make them look like idiots, though. That's it, actually. So.
Sleazy oil men with big hats.
Right.
You know, and they're not that, are they, Texans? They're good people.
They are, actually.
Yeah.
You're an idiot!
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, wow.
David, were you very wary of that as the creator of this?
I was very
Because you
wary.
haven't got an Italian-sounding surname.
I do not have an Italian-sounding surname.
Are you Italian?
I am Italian.
You're
100%.
Italian. So were you wary when it started? Did you think, better watch it here, I don't want to make it seem
Well,
like...
you know, I've been working in TV. I was a TV writer, and I knew all the trouble that, all the way along the line that there is about that. And it's a big deal. It shouldn't be, but it is a big deal. And,
You know all those letters you have to answer personally?
what?
Did you get a lot of hate mail?
What?
They've had protests.
Yeah, we've had protests. Yeah.
against
But
the
I
show.
knew it was
That
gonna
must
happen.
make you feel quite good, guys.
Actually, I was
I'd
glad
love
it
a
was gonna
protest outside this show. I'd live for one. I try and provoke one every morning. No one takes me seriously. It's so annoying. Some of the stuff I come out with, I'm diving with placards of bearded men. I never get anything.
The Italians, they'll come all the way up.
Okay, I started something Italian-Americans, okay. Starting with you guys, no. Do you know what, we've got a thing where we're going to do a little game with you, but have we got time, producers? Do you know, we've got a little game to play with you this morning, a little bit later on. Yes, we have, Lorraine. No, cool your boots, Lorraine, we have. Right now, though, I think we've got to go straight to a break. Yeah, we're going to go straight to a break. We're back. The Sopranos, ladies and gentlemen, they're in the house this morning. Only a couple of seconds, do not go away, whichever camera I'm on. Thank you very much. Welcome back. James Gandolfini, The Sopranos, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to go through all the names. Sounds like I'm ordering food. OK, here we go. Do you know what? One of my favourite scenes in The Sopranos is when James Gandolfini's character hands his next-door neighbour a brick. Well, it's not. It's a brown paper parcel and says, look after this for a bit. Here, look after this, son. Now, what we've got some parcels here. We've got some music. We're going to play Soprano style. Pass the parcel, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for that. So please, hand the parcel across, Gail Porter, and start the music.
Okay, so
Pass the parcel around. When the music stops, you open the parcel piece. Round and round it goes. Because we up the music, please. Let's make it a real Little Italy in here. Oh, stop! No! No, it's yours. Open the parcel. Quickly, Lorraine. Now, watch it. There's a brick in there. You'll do yourself some damage, won't you? OK.
That's what it is.
There we go. There should be a question on the brick.
I'm sorry, the show was nominated for a record 16 Emmys, but only won 4. Were you robbed? No, Edie deserved it.
Let's have another brick, please. And let's pass the Soprano bricks around. Oh, this way they're going the other way around. Let's bring up the music, come on. Look how quick James Gandolfini is. He's not going to get caught. No! You passed it to your Uncle Junior. Okay, there we go. Do you know, I wasn't going to score, but you're a big man. You're in good shape. Right, here we go. Uncle Juju, please. You can keep the brick. You can take that home. That's yours to keep.
What was your first thought when you read the show's script? I said, wow, I hope I get the job.
Okay, there we go. Should we have another brick? Are we having the best fun ever? Let's make this the best darn Italian-style mafiosa pass the brown brick party we've ever darn well had. And please pass it round. Oh, bene bicci, bene bicci. No, Edie, that's yours. Seriously.
All right, fine.
Don't argue with the uncle. Okay, here we go. She's very good, isn't she?
What's in store for your character in the second series?
Good question. Without spoiling too much.
I have no idea. I haven't seen it.
Oh, because you haven't been watching Channel 4 where it's not on. Okay, do you know what, ladies and gentlemen, The Sopranos, not only do we have them there, but please, as I skirt round the back here, as I grab my cards, which are here, we've got some Soprano-related vital statistics, ladies and gentlemen. Right, no, oh, there we go. Vital statistics. The Sopranos are here. Vital statistics. Yes.
No, I'm not.
They're near. Okay, here we go. Recorded percentage increase in average American viewing audience between first and last episode of season 1, series 1 of The Sopranos. What do you think it was? How much did they improve from first show to last show? You think 80%?
Yeah, I think it'll go high.
Miserable Grant says that. The Carpet Monster, what do you think?
I think it's 89%.
89%. Linton.
250%.
No, you've gone mad. You've gone mad. But to be fair, I didn't tell you this time, did I?
16 nominations, though. That is a nation gone mad.
That is a
for
nation
something,
gone
isn't it?
crazy.
I'm going to say 97%.
Curious. That gets curiouser and curious.
98.
What do you think, Lorraine? What do you think?
How much
is The Sopranos?
A lot.
A lot. Okay.
A lot.
A
Nice, nice.
A lot.
Monty
But
Python.
James, what do you think? How much do you think the percentage went up between first and last episode of the series? What do you think? What percentage?
50%.
No, do you know what? It was 154%. Yes. Yes, David Chase.
Yes, my
Yeah,
lord.
that's cheered you up, hasn't it?
Yield, Christian.
The old David.
That's a lot of money.
David Late Night Chase. Recorded increase in number of actual mafiosa who watched the show between the first and last episode of The Sopranos. Recorded in the number of actual proven mafiosa.
Okay, how did you find this out?
It's an FBI. It's from FBI.
FBI files.
Yes, it is. No, it is. I'll tell you afterwards. Actually, that's part of the interesting revelation. Let's ask Dominic. Dominic, what do you think? Actual mafiosi.
Yes, the FBI. They think they know.
Ah, cagey. I like that. Michael.
Said the same. What was it, 154?
No, it's not. Percentage of mafia, 150. No. It's 3, ladies and gentlemen. Probably a lot more mafiosa watched The Sopranos, but a recent FBI sting recorded 3 mafia bosses declaring what characters, great acting, you gotta watch.
That's good.
Okay, stat 2, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, I'll just do stat 2 quickly without the cry. Here we go. The stat 2 did say number of Sopranos currently working professionally in Britain today is 650 singers. Okay, producer, I can see why you wanted me to leave it out. Percentage of those Sopranos that are currently in therapy is 22%. And percentage of those Sopranos that have a problem with waste management is 13%. There we go. To which we were going to cry Increíble, but let's cry it anyway. Increíble! Okay, stat 3. Number of different gangster or mafia films our Soprano guests have acted in. Total. In total.
12.
Benny, che si dici?
5.
5. Angie.
12. 12.
15. He's exactly right, Dave! That's amazing, Dave. 15. Lorraine and Michael both starred in Goodfellas. James in Get Shorty. Edie and Abel, Ferrara's The Funeral. Phew, that was a dark film, that. And Dominic as Johnny Ola in Godfather 2. Johnny Ola. That's where Fredo made the slip. He should never have admitted to Michael that he comes with Johnny all the time to that bar in Cuba. Should never have admitted that. That was his error. Percentage of Sopranos main and supporting cast that have previously starred in gangster or mafia films. The percentage of the Sopranos main cast. James. I'm going to have to rush.
25%.
25%. Michael. 80%. David Chase.
100?
100%. No, it's lower than that. Dominic.
About 75.
No. Lorraine.
95.
How much?
95.
You're 5% over. It's in fact 90%. The one adult exception to this is Steve Van Sant, who plays Tony's right-hand man, bada bing, Silvio Dante. He's never acted, but he played guitar for Bruce Springsteen's E Street Band, and he was the first member of The Sopranos we ever had on the show way back last year before it was even on telly. Sort of. We cry, Mafioso! And that's the end of today's Soprano-related vital statistics in honour. You know what? Here's what we're doing now.
I think we should take a little break,
Hey.
recoup ourselves,
We should do.
and have a little cake.
Hey.
All we have time left to do is to thank
Today's guests. Do you know what? They have been James Gandolfini, Lorraine Bracco, Edie Falco, Michael Imperioli, Dominic Chianese, and David Chase from The Sopranos.
And the fantastic company of the gorgeous Angie Stone. It's been a hell of a day. We've had ex-train traveller David Millward, we've had Richard
Don't start
Bacon
him up.
on the OB, and our family on the run, the Hodgsons.
Right
Here